Hi guys and welcome to Paruenormal. I'm Ruby and today we're going to be talking about Chillingham Castle and three of the ghosts that inhabit the castle. So get comfy in bed, grab a snack, or just do your cleaning and listen. Chillingham Castle was built in the 12th century. It was originally a monastery, but it was then inhabited by the Earl Grey family for nearly 800 years. It was then passed on to the Wakefields, who now own the castle till this day. Since 1246, this castle is really old, y'all. The castle is rich in history, as it held a lot of hangings, conflicts, battles, and torture. It had once catered King Edward I. The past of this castle is far from friendly. For example, many Scots and traitors were led down to the dungeon and thrown into a huge pit, where they would pile on top of each other to starve and die. Imagine that though. Like, full on being thrown into a pit first of all, which would have broken some bones, and like you're amongst dead, half dead, starving people. I bet people started to eat each other because, ooh, imagine. This leads us swiftly to the head torturer, John Sage. John Sage was a lieutenant in the army during the reign of Edward. Sage was struck in the calf, severing his ligaments with a spear, which caused him to get out of the job really early, which left him with a hobble and a limp. This is like a little story time. I feel like I'm reading to like a little library full of kids. People gave him the name Dragfoot. People swear that they hear throughout the castle him dragging his foot across the cobble. Sorry, that is grim. Sage was then told he couldn't partake in the army no more, which left him infuriated. He was then made head torturer. He absolutely loved that job. He loved torturing the Scots. He even went so far to create his own torture device, a barrel full of iron nails, which he would put young kids, or like small enough prisoners, into the barrel and then roll it down his chamber, which was designed at a slope to let all the blood drain, which would skin them alive. Absolutely disgusting. It's a fact that he made it himself, like that just proves how deranged he was in the head. He has been described to be physically violent towards all the guests. He's pushed the castle's ghost hunter into a wall, forced a girl's head down, and pushed a young boy. This was all during an energy circle. It's like a little seance thing. John met his end by execution, as he strangled his girlfriend to death by accident while making love to her on the stretching rack. First of all, he was making love to his girlfriend on a torture device, and then killed her. Girl. At the end of the battle, John Sage had to deal with all the leftover prisoners. He then burned the women, the men, and the older kids, while the younger kids sat and watched. He's truly psychotic. Still not satisfied, he took the young kids and brought them to what once was King Edward's room and finished them off with an axe. He literally hacked them to death. Ew. After his death, people literally took home his genitals, his fingers, and everything as souvenirs because people hated him that much. I'd do the same, girl. You a baddie. And that's a bit about John Sage. Now we're going to be talking about the Spanish Witch. Spanish Witch once lived in the castle and saw every inch of the castle as special to her. She then cursed the entire grounds. If you were to take a pebble or say a stick from the castle grounds, you would be cursed. Multiple guests have mailed back their stolen goods because of how tormented they were by the curse. People experienced people following them when no one was there, watching them, like moving stuff, stealing stuff, just absolute mental torture from this curse. They even went so far to write handwritten apology letters to the Spanish Witch, which is kept on a little altar kind of thing underneath a portrait where all the stolen goods were returned, and apology letters are just lined up. That's how many people have experienced the wrath of the witch. Lastly, the poltergeist. Apparently mostly in the torture chamber, the poltergeist is spotted all around throughout the castle. Many people speculate that it was once a Scottish man who met his end by the hands of John Sage, known to be very vengeful and angry. If we're talking logically here, if I was a Scottish person and I got killed by John Sage and I remained at the castle where he is also, I would be absolutely foaming. I wouldn't have any of it. Apparently people have seen chairs fly across the Great Hall, things being smashed, thrown, tossed in an angrily way. I have personally experienced things at Chillingham Castle. When me and my family went when I was younger, we went into the castle dungeons where the pit was. And if you don't know, in the pit The bones remain from all of the Scottish people. I think we have most of them. And after the dungeon, apparently I just went as white as a ghost. Pun intended yet again. And under my eyes went completely black. I went pale. I was physically shaking, and I was like, I had a really bad fever. I even told my mum to take me to the toilet because I thought I was going to be sick everywhere. And as soon as we stepped out the castle, I was fine. My colour came back. I had no fever. I was just completely fine. I even started doing cartwheels back to the car. So I thought that was quite weird. And my sister, Chloe, she went so far to take a rock from the castle. Oh, have you learned nothing? Jojo, have you learned nothing? She took a small stone from the grounds. Anyway, she went home. And then apparently she started feeling like a negative presence constantly. She said that the dungeon was worse, which is the place where I got sick. She believed she got a negative attachment, as she would constantly smell roses and cinnamon around her. She never ever had perfume of roses and cinnamon, even I could tell you that. And she believes that the ghosts mostly target young children. Probably John Sage, because you know how he felt about young children. Okay? I just thought I would let you know that you should stay tuned and subscribe, because I myself am going to Chillingham Castle. And sorry that my YouTube video was quite a short one, because I'm new to this, girl. Next video will probably be on a different subject, or if not, it'll probably be when we're going to Chillingham Castle, because I'll be making a whole YouTube video of ghost hunting, so stay tuned. Thank y'all for watching. See ya!